You know what, the game, let me tell you this. The game it ends up being a 25-point game. It certainly didn't feel like a 25-point game. But you have to remember the odyssey with which this game came about. I was just told radio that we had 7 people. You know, we were scheduled to play Mobile. They had a situation with COVID. We were scrambling around. We had talked to Tuskegee before. The coach there, Benji Taylor, and I have been friends for a long time, and their league had postponed the start of their play just till league play. So, but he still had his kids there because they're in school. So he was keeping them around for maybe another week or so, and he was going to let them go home and then come back right around Christmas before they started league play. And we thought with Troy earlier, they may have an issue when they were in Lubbock testing this, that. You just never know until you get the test results back if guys are going to show up. So we found out about 4 o'clock yesterday that Mobile was out. We called them, and to their credit, they were ready to play, got in the van, came down, played. So number one, thank you to Tuskegee and to Coach Taylor and their program for answering the call. And I thought they came out and played with great energy. You know, a team happy to be here. We were kind of sleepwalking a little bit. I thought we were late to loose balls, turn the ball over, miss free throws. And, you know, when you miss free throws, especially a guy like Jalen Benjamin, when Jalen Benjamin goes 0 for 4 from the free throw line, you know, somebody's mind is somewhere else. And so we struggled from that, but give our guys credit, fought down the stretch, made some plays, and looked like a pretty good team about the last 5 minutes of that game.
You look at them, more than half their shots from the three-point line, but you look near the end, you were able to hold them down, keep them at 29%. 9 of 31, that's pretty good considering the volume in which they shot.
Yeah, and you know, typically these teams at the Division II level are not going to have as much size as a Division I team, but their guards are pretty good. You know, Rakeem Felder was a guy that was in the rotation for Frank Martin in South Carolina when they go to the Final Four. So they've got some veteran guards that knock down shots. We never seemed to speed them up. I thought our pressure was more effective half court than full court. We had that one little spurt where we really trapped them. We've got a couple of plays at the rim. Our inability to finish and ones, and then we missed way too many free throws. And again, we're not going to lead the nation in free throw shooting. But we came in shooting in the low 70s, which I think is a good mark for this team. Today we're at 64%, and we leave 16 free ones from the foul line. So I thought offensively we were a whisper away of having a pretty good game. I thought our turnovers were casual more than anything else. And quite honestly, I just thought we were kind of sleepwalking through the game. But the reality is we got to number 5. We threw this on to these kids really with zero prep. We had no idea. We had 7 guys on the scatter report based off last year's roster, and 2 of them showed up. So we didn't know the rest of the guys. So we had to kind of figure it out as we go.
How was those adjustments at halftime go? Because like I say, it was a 25-point win, but it never really felt like that.
And the game was so mucked up too. You know, there were 30 personals for them, 25 for us. We shoot 45 free throws, they shoot 29. Everybody's in foul trouble, so we're you know, mixing and matching and trying different things. We just had to have some fortitude and some fight. And I thought we made some really good plays at the end, especially Quan and Tyreek making plays. Jalen finally awoke and knocked down 2 big threes, and great minutes in the second half from Kasim Nicholson. I thought Ronji Gordon came in, played a season high 20 minutes. He's going to continue to get better and better, and so a lot of different guys contributed.
You look at Taven and Quan there, both set season highs tonight. They really came out to play, you know, especially you know, in that second half, just being able to go through. Jackson, I think he scored 14 of that in that second half. Just what can you tell me about them as they continue just to kind of lead this team in those areas?
Well, Quan's our guy. You know, he's the playmaker for us. He is going to make plays. Keeps his hands on balls, slashing, open floor. Our best finisher in the open floor. Uncharacteristically, you know, he's never been a great three-point shooter, but he's got the yips a little bit right now. And this free throw thing has just gotten to be mental for him. You can see he's really fighting it. He was a guy that's always been a good foul shooter, and he's kind of let it get into his head. We've got to work through that, and he's got to control that. Taven Lovin, you know, we have been challenging him. He should be a guy, as far as downhill driver, he's as good a guy as there is in our league. And he should be shooting 7, 8, 9 free throws a night. Today he took it to an extreme because of a size and disparity and a strength disparity. He gets to the free throw line 15 times, goes 12 for 15, finishes at 5 for 7, got 5 big rebounds for us. I thought he was the MVP today.
Good win with such short notice. Also takes you 5-0, only second time in history, and I guess that's what, about 36, 37.
What was the year, 83, 84?
Yeah.
Anytime your team can accomplish something that a Gene Bartow team accomplished, that's a good compliment.
I was about 6 months old at the time. So
How about that?
tells you how long it's been. What's the latest you have heard from East Tennessee State? I know they had a game canceled early.
Yeah, they're dealing with some COVID issues as well. As of right now, the game is on. We're all kind of waiting on the next testing cycle, and that will determine whether or not we jump on that bus Friday. But right now, all signs are pointing towards the game is on.
If it gets canceled, we all try to get another road game in there, just because I know this was only road game in non-conference.
Yeah, definitely. But, I'm not sure we can do that based on travel and such in such a short period. So it may be a situation where I don't know if we can do that Saturday, and we'll have to look for other windows. And, you start running out of windows because you're trying to play every 3 days leading into league play. So hopefully the game is on, because I think it is the next step for this team, even though it'll be an unusual set of circumstances. Nobody in the building, but it is a road game, different environment. We travel. I'm anxious to see how the team responds to that. Thank you.